Alright, I wasn't going to do this, but I decided to go ahead and do it. I haven't had one of these in quite a while. So, I got another following distance alert. I already know that because notification says following distance. So, I got a notification up here. I already know. I don't know the situation, but I'm very sure that I'm familiar with the situation. It's probably just like the other situations in the previous video. So once again, this is the HMD Trucking NetraDyne artificial intelligence system that they have in their trucks. And it basically rates pretty much everything I do. So we'll go ahead with the video, and then I'll do a brief overview of my score. So I try to keep it above 950, but as long as it's above 850, I'm doing pretty good. So, and the month's almost over too now. So, last notification I got was January 31st. It's now February 28th. So, I got some good green stars before, only 3. But apparently it's hard to get green stars, and it's easy to get red stars, if you will. Alright, here we go. Ah, I had 3. Oh no, that was the old one. Okay, here we go. I got 1. Following distance. Let's see what I was doing. That center one right here, it's because I cover up the camera with my visor. Now I'm trying to figure out where I was. Oh! That was a situation where a 6-wheeler cut me off. I remember this. So, yeah, they don't show that. He basically just barely, yeah, this box truck here on the left. Maybe it'll show it. I don't know. But I let him up, and then he put on the brakes because I high beamed him for cutting me off. And so then I get red flagged for it. Here we go. Oh, it will show it. Alright, cool. It skipped ahead for some reason. What? Why did it skip ahead again? Alright, yeah, you'll get to see it right here. Alright, he's 3 seconds and he cuts me off. So I high beam him at 4 seconds and 5 seconds, and he slows back down. But I keep my high beams on. He thought he could intimidate me, but he's the one who cut me off. And whoa, I'm sorry, not 3 seconds. 0.3 seconds. So let's play that again. Mother. I wish this thing was a little faster. Let's do left view. Why does it keep skipping ahead? Stop that. So my reaction didn't really, come on, let's go back. Now, it could be a little less aggressive, but, you know, my theory is I'm not going to be a patsy and let people walk on me. I'm also not going to road rage too much either, you know. So, yeah, basically, I was passing that other truck when the other guy passed me and cut me off. And then I had to slow down. Oh, yeah, let's watch how fast I was going when he cut me off. So, 69 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour. Boom, he cuts me off. I turn my high beams on. Oh, he slams on the brakes. I slow down to 66. He slams on the brakes again. I slow down to 62, 58. Still got my high beams on. Then he finally speeds up and takes off. Yeah, assholes. Anyhow, I hate when people do that. You know, they just slide right across your bumper. But then, you know, I let him up because he did something wrong. And then he slams on the brakes as if I was the one in the wrong. Idiots. Alright, so luckily I don't get paid by this thing. Otherwise that would have affected my paycheck. But it don't. My monthly score is 921 when it should be, or potentially could be, 978. Company average is 880. My average following distance is 3.5 seconds. Weekly. So that was for last week. I had a stop sign violation for yielding at a stop sign. Traffic light violation. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, yeah, I remember. I ran a yellow light. I thought I was going to shoot a video for that one. You know, these back roads when the lights change on you really quick. So, my score last week was below average. Average was 879. Mine was 874. So, yeah, it's below average last week. The week before was above average. My score should have been 999, but it was 933 for some reason. Oh, the following distance. And I yielded at a stop sign. I got about 2,000 miles last week or week before. And I got about 3,000 miles last week, give or take. So, anyhow, monthly for the month of February so far, I've got about 7,400 miles, give or take. Probably more like take. So, probably more closer to 700 or 7,300 miles. Of course, February is a short month. That should be closer to 10,000, but 2, 4, 6, 8. As long as it's close to 8, I'm happy. But with this new dispatcher that I've got, my miles have gone down considerably. If you look at January's, I was closer to 10,000 miles. December, I was over 10,000 miles. And, well, February, I just started in February. So, yeah. That was my first dispatcher. I've had a different dispatcher every month, it seems like. I'm on my third dispatcher, and I'm about to fire him, get a different one. So, yeah, first dispatcher, I made over 10,000 miles. Second dispatcher, I made almost 10,000 miles. Third dispatcher, I've only got about 7. I'll probably have 8,000 miles by the end of the month. So, yeah, maybe a little more. I'm going home tomorrow. I'll have another 375, 400. I'll have another 500 miles tomorrow. That'll be almost 800. And then I'll go back to work on the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So that's potentially another 1,000 or 2. So 8, 9, 10. Well, maybe I'm doing all right. So I don't know. We'll see what my numbers are next week at the end of the month. Like I said, it's a short month, February. So, I got to consider that as well. Anyhow, so yeah, as long as I'm doing 10,000 miles a month, I'm happy. I'm not, tripping. Because that's what I need to pay my bills. I don't have to do any more than that. Great job. Oh, okay, we get to watch this again. Where was I anyways? Does this say that? Oh, I'll have to go back and look at my logbook. February 17th at 6:45 a.m. All right. 17th, 6:45. '17th, 6:45. So I'd already been driving for about an hour. I was in Kentucky. Somewhere between Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and Dixon, Tennessee. So there you go. I was heading south. What load was I on? Oh, I was just putting in the bill of lading numbers at the time. Oh well, I can go back over here and look. Oh, I had the dates on there. Hang on. 15/17. Okay, it was my Fort Wayne, Indiana to Lexington, Tennessee load. I was hauling magnetic wire coils. So now we know what I was hauling, where I was going, where I was, and what happened. I don't know why I keep skipping forward like that. Speed limit was 70. I usually don't drive 70. I usually drive a couple miles under. My truck will technically do 71. So at 0.3 seconds following distance, he cuts me off. So I light him up, and then he slams on the brakes. But even when he slammed on the brakes, he was still at 0.4 seconds following distance. So I still wasn't any closer than he was when he cut me off, which is insane. Stupid is what stupid does. Oh yeah, there's the brake lights. If you don't want people to light you up, don't cut them off. That's what I gotta say about that. So what's these green lines for? Green and yellow. So there's like this grid right there. I'm watching the grid now. Oh, backwards. Left. Interesting. Still trying to figure out what that little green and yellow squiggly lines are for. But when he slammed on the brakes and I slowed down, the green squiggly line went up. So that's probably my braking pressure or whatever, how fast I slow down type of thing. Who knows? Anyways, so that's my following too close violation because dude cut me off and I let him up and he slammed on the brakes. And I got a violation for that. Like I said, it's a good thing I don't get paid by that because otherwise that would affect my paycheck. The over-the-road guys, this is where I have an issue with this system. The over-the-road guys get they get 60 cents a mile, and then this NetraDyne system affects their pay. So this camera right here, for example, is the camera that goes into the sleeper berth. You know, shows what you're doing in the cab and in your sleeper. And I can give you an example. real quick. See, I cover it up, but there's the camera. And let me see if I can put more light on it. There you go. So there is the camera that goes into the sleeper. We have the option to cover that up, so I cover it up. I had a little thingy that went over it, but it didn't go over it proper. I'm not sure why, but it didn't. So I just started using this, but I might use it again. I still have it somewhere around here. I put it away. But anyways, see, I cover that up, and that's what that purple pinkish blob is the visor. Oh, so I got off point a little bit. So you lose 1 point a day for covering that camera up that violates your privacy. So the over-the-road drivers, they get a 10-cent per mile safety bonus if they get, if they keep their score up. And I don't know what where am I? I don't know what they have to keep their score above. I'll have to ask again. But I think they have to keep it above this line here, which would be 850 points. If they keep their score above 850 points, they get their safety bonus. However, if they cover up that camera that violates their privacy, they only get 8 cents a mile safety bonus. So they lose 10 cents, I'm sorry. They lose 2 cents per mile for wanting their privacy, and enforcing their rights, their privacy rights. So that's probably one of the biggest complaints about this company is they're encouraging people to violate their privacy by punishing them 2 cents per mile for wanting their privacy. So I think that's wrong. Now, see, I'm a Midwest regional driver, so it doesn't affect me. And now I'm glad I made that decision because I didn't know that going in. Okay, so, and over-the-road drivers have to get X amount of miles every month in order to get that safety bonus. So they got to meet a quota. Well, they got to meet 2 quotas. They got to meet a mileage quota, and they have to meet a safety quota in order to get that 8 cents per mile. And then they have to violate their privacy in order to get the extra 2 cents per mile. But like I said, I'm a Midwest regional driver, so it doesn't affect me. As long as I keep my score above 850 consistently, I get to keep my job, basically. I get down in the red, then that's when I got problems. So I guess that's it. That's the NetraDyne artificial intelligence system. This is the tablet for HMD Trucking, and this is the stuff that they have. Now, I have this app networked with my phone, so I scan all my documents, personal, business, with that. And then this is Viber. That's how I communicate with my dispatcher and whatnot. I have it networked with my work phone. I ended up buying a specific work phone for this company because we do a lot of broker loads and they want us to install all these spyware apps on our phone. So I have, I went out and bought a visible phone, which cost me $25 a month, unlimited talk, text, and internet. And I install those apps onto it. Now, I use APK Pure because Google is ultra invasive. And so I install all my apps through APK Pure. if possible. And if APK Pure doesn't have it, there's also F-Droid, and then there's Aurora Store. And if I can't get it through any of those or from the customer's website specifically, then I'll go to Google as a last resort. But Google adds extra spyware to all of their apps. So if you are an app provider, provide your apps through different Play stores that are not invasive like Google. Like I said, APK Pure is my favorite, but I'm sure there's plenty of other good ones out there. And I think F-Droid, what they do is, if I remember right, they go in and strip the spyware out of the apps, and then they put it before they'll put it on their server. So that might actually be the better one. You know, they'll go in and rewrite it. They'll take it apart, rewrite it, and put it on before they put it on their site. If I'm correct, I'll have to look into that. But yeah, Google's the worst, and well, Apple's probably just as bad. So there's a lot of other Play stores out there that you should probably use instead. So that's my rant, my anti-New World Order rant. So there you go. Of course, I'm putting this on YouTube, which is Google, and you know, anti-freedom, anti-First Amendment, anti-liberty, pro-censorship, pro-slavery. So, anyways, I did. No, I don't. I need to set up a Rumble account. I don't get online that much anymore, so YouTube's easy as long as they don't censor my shit, you know. But I just can't talk about too much red pill stuff, like C19. If I talk about C19 and getting that other thing that we're not allowed to talk about, or we get censored, then they'll shut me down. But I just don't talk about those things, or I talk in code, so the AI, Google's AI, doesn't catch it. They probably will eventually, and then they'll eventually shut me down. But I just call the other word we're not allowed to talk about the V word, and then you got C19. Well, I call it C1984, but we can also just call it the C word. But people think the C word is cancer, so you can't really say cancer. You just got to say C19 or C1984. But anyways, I guess that's it. Bye.